Hey guys, I'm back.
Hi guys! So it has been a very long time since I have made a video. I have you guys to remind me. And I know that it's like totally shitty of me to come back after like what, 6 months and just do a story time video. But hey, you get what you subscribed for. Totally shit content. Anyway, let me just get into the story time. Now this may seem clickbaity and it kind of is. But by the end of this video I do have a police officer called because of me, and it was pretty much my fault. So this story actually takes place a few months ago. I think it was in March. So me and my friends just came out of a restaurant. We were just after celebrating someone's birthday, and honestly I think it was mine. Who knows? And then the group was kind of split. Some of us wanted to go to the bar, some of us wanted to go home. I wanted to go home, personally, because the Eurovision finals were on and I didn't want to miss it. So I kind of don't want to go home, I kind of want to stay in town, so I say, hey, let's go to the park. Keep in mind that this was probably like 10 o'clock in the evening. And about 4 of them, my friends, are like, yeah, it's a great idea, let's go to the park. Great idea. So me and 2 boys and 2 girls, we walked to the park. The way my town is right now, the park is in development of building on an extension. So it was like an open construction site. Y'all see where this story's going. So there's a fence up and we're like, oh, we can't get into the park, it's closed. And the door into the regular park was locked as well, which was a pretty strong sign that, you know, maybe they don't want us to be here at 10 o'clock, maybe they want us to leave, not be on the property. So we find an opening in the fence. And what they were building at the time was this big, if you remember the show Recess from Disney, it was like the big giant tower that King Bob used to sit on, where it was like a giant castle with like loads of tube slides coming out of it and ladders going up through the middle. I love how that's the example I use. By all 5 of us, this ride that was designed for children between the ages of like 5 and 10. All 5 of us 17-year-olds were climbing at the top. It wasn't even finished. It was still in construction. You know what? Just doing this now, I feel like maybe we were in the wrong. Huh. I really hate how I'm sounding like a little vandal in this video, but hey, there's not a lot to do in my town, okay? So anyway, all 5 of us are at the top of it and we're sliding down the slides. My god, we could have died. Also beside this park is a skate park full of ramps that literally I don't think anyone in my town even has a skateboard, but people just go to this park to just sit on it. And there was these 2 5-year-olds, or, okay, that's a little bit young. Maybe they were like 11, 10, okay? They kept shouting at us like, you guys shouldn't be in there, and we were like, what you gonna do, call the cops? Y'all see where this is going. Then we go into the normal park, not the construction site, and we do karaoke, we pole dance. We have this competition where we're all in the swings and we kick our shoes off and see who can get them the furthest. Honestly, my friends that went to the bar were missing out. They didn't get arrested, but, you know, they missed out. And then at one point, I think we were in that park for about 45 minutes, one of my friends decides to go under a big, giant jungle gym thing. And upon being under it, she sees a spider. And she's afraid of spiders, so you know, she screams. She's afraid. So she sees the spider and she's a little bit scared. She's like, and we're like, oh, I hope she's okay. What do we do? Like, fun kind of stopped at this point. We were like, okay, we need to be serious now and evaluate what we're doing. Should we leave now? Should we go home? And upon her being scared and us being worried, one of my friends says, hey, look, a police car. And we're like, oh no, that's not here for us. That's those other people across the street that must be cooking meth or something, because it can't be us. And then we do the most nonchalant exiting of the park ever. And we were like, okay, pick up your coat. Yeah, let's leave through that gate over there. The gate we came in, we can't get back out. We have to crawl under the fence. I was wearing something white, and I didn't want to crawl under the fence. So all of my friends have ran away. I can't really see them at this point. And I'm like going through this side of the fence, going through that side of the fence. No exit, I'll crawl underneath. And I kind of just slide under the fence without touching my outfit to the floor. So they've all ran away, and I have just gotten out from under the fence. And then he says, you! And I'm like, me? What could I have done? Not me. I go over to the car and I say, I'm like, me? And he's like, all of you. And I'm so shocked by this. I am disgusted. Even when I said, guys, the police officer was calling for all of us to go over to the car, some of them, I think it was like 2 of them, still tried to run away. What we were doing in the park was petty. What they were doing by running away was fucking illegal. So we all stand up in a line beside the car, and he gets out of the car and says to us, actually he didn't say anything, it was like 20 seconds of silence, I remember that. He says, why? I made it my business not to say anything because I know I have this mouth about me where I say inappropriate things at the wrong time. So he's like, why? And we're like, not talking. And then he says, what are you doing here? And then none of us talk. He said, can you talk? Can you speak English? And then I'm like, you assume that because we're breaking the law we're foreign? He says, come over and look at this. He brings us over to the sign that says no trespassing. And we're like, so he basically just brushes it off like, you know, you guys shouldn't have been in here. Then we're like, okay, let's leave. And then he says, now I'm going to need to take your names and addresses. And we're like, now he asked one of our friends first what her name is. Her name is Clémence. And I swear, saying that name every day in school has improved my French. And for some reason, when he hears Clémence, he says, Kim? And as soon as he said Kim, I just wanted to be like, alright. Anyway, so he just says that if this happens again, he's gonna call our parents. And I'm like, oh no! Shit! So then he drives off and we realize amongst ourselves that, you know, those little girls that were in the skate park, when they went home, they told their parents and their parents called the cops. So they're gonna grow up to be those bitches that everyone hates in school. Anyway, that's the story. I'm sorry I didn't get like taken off in handcuffs or anything, but hey, if y'all want to see that, let me know in the comments. I will go to an old lady's house and I will kill her. So that is it for, I'm not even going to say that's it for this week. Maybe that's it for this year? I don't know. I mean, I have no excuse as to not making videos. I've just been playing Counter-Strike for the last 5 months. But that is it for this week. I don't remember my outro. So like, comment, and subscribe, I guess. And I will see you well, I won't see y'all. I'll see my camera lens. I'll see my camera lens the next time I decide to make a video. Bye! I remember that.